How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to Muv-Luv Monday, where we are watching the suffering of Munakata as she is attempting desperately to woo Silvio into giving up all his secrets, which is, he's doing a fantastic job at, like, just spilling the beans, because he keeps telling her stuff. And he's just falling hook, line, and sinker for all this game and cloak and daggering that's been going on with Yuko-sensei. Like, we know she's up to something, obviously. But, like, I think she's... I don't think the tapes are original, I would say. Like, I don't think they're from his CO. I think they're from somebody else. Just because they seem too on the spot with stuff. Especially because, like, I'm pretty sure this whole, like, decoding clues in order to figure out who the mole is just kind of a big distraction for him. Like Munakata herself. Which, by the way, last time they got to help Miss Kyozika, the chef, food preparer person. I don't want to say cafeteria lady, but that's kind of what she is. They helped her out in the kitchen, and that was supposed to be like the result of the clue that was sent. Now he's got another one that also looks very strange. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what that is this time. But hey, should be fun and exciting as always. Thank you so much, and I'm excited to have you guys here. We're going to be doing a patron cast, and we're going to be recording that right after this. And it's a little late because they're supposed to be for August, but with me starting back at uni, it's been a little insane, and I'm going to put it out as soon as I can. But got lots of stuff to talk about in it, so if you guys are ever curious and want to know some of the behind-the-scenes stuff and want to have a sneak preview of what's coming up in our next Wednesday slot as we start to wrap up Ethereal Enigma, you can go ahead and become a patron. Even if you're just a patron once, you get access to the patron cast for the rest of time, and you can find out everything you need to there. It's a great way to have better interaction with the channel and just show your support. If you think about it, it's just like it's like $1 maybe to pay for your ad blocker if you think about it that way, but I don't really care. It's really up to you, and if you are interested in that kind of stuff. So anyway, thank you so much. Let's jump into it and figure out what Munakata is going to have to embarrass herself with next, because she's absolutely not having fun with this. All right, and that's what happened.
なるほど。心なしか疲労の色が濃いのはそういうことなのね。
Yeah, hate to admit it, but destroying that thing took more work and energy than I had anticipated.
それなら今日はもうゆっくり休んだらどうかしら。着任早々休憩もなく動き詰めでしょ。京塚総長の手伝いだって。
No need to worry about me. I'm used to this workload. Besides, some of the things can only be seen at night. I can't put this investigation on hold even if I wanted to.
私はこの後舞台のミーティングがあるから同行は難しい。
Aww.
ごめん。
Oh, I clicked too early. I'm sorry. No apologies necessary. Silvio, come on. I need to apologize. You can't be telling me not to apologize. I misclicked. That's something that's bad because we're skipping dialogue there. Can't get after me for that. I understand that as a regular base staff, you have some responsibilities you can't ignore. Please act like a normal member of your unit.
わかったわ。そちらも気をつけて。何かわかったら教えてちょうだい。
Of course. Treasury of knowledge, huh? I should be able to figure that out. Figure out what that means before the day's over. Library? He's not going to, though, because he's as dense as a rock! Seriously. This dude. Somewhere at Yokohama base, 2100.
以上が本日の作戦の成果です。では皆さん、何かあれば自由に発言して構いません。
Munakata's gonna be like, what was all that yesterday? Huh?
はーい。隊長はいくらなんでも分かってなさすぎだと思います。
Hey, she's doing her best, man, and he picked her. You can't put the blame on her.
ん？私か？何がだ？もちろん自己紹介の時のルンルンに決まってるじゃないですか。あれはちょっとキャラクターの方向性を定めるにあたり若干振り切ってしまっただけだ。
The funny thing is, like, they're trying to act cute, but they're cuter when they're just themselves.
事故は事故でも大事故だと思いますけどね。あれはないわ。
Ooh, ouch.
なんだ綾瀬。過ぎたことをいつまでも。それを言うなら鈴宮のあれはなんだ？サンバだぞ。ブラジルだぞ。私だって好きで来たわけじゃないですよ。不指令が データ的にはあれが最適だって。
Akane, you should know better than that. Of course she's gonna say that.
そうよ。面白かったでしょ。目引いてたじゃない。
Yeah, he desperately did everything he could to avoid looking at you.
それだけですか？
Yeah.
茜はともかく、大尉の問題はそれだけじゃありませんよ。何ですかあの料理の時の。メスシリンダーだの、ピペットだの、精密測りだのって。
So she's not a homemaker. She does. Cooking is essentially chemistry. It kind of makes sense.
まったくです。あのせいで全部がぶち壊しになるところだったんですよ。うるさい。私の料理は西洋スタイルなのよ。レシピが決まっているのよ。誰が作っても味が変わらないのよ。
I'm not sure about that one.
はいはい。まあ何をしたって宗方が選ばれる可能性は 90% を超えていたんだから、別にもう細かいことはいいのよ。
Uh-huh.
それより宗方、あんたエンジンかかるの遅すぎる。かかってしまえばなかなかいい感じなんだけどね。
Oh man.
ペダルとはあ、ありがとうございます。
Oh, Munakata, I'm so sorry.
けどまだ足りないわ。まだ照れが残ってる。もっと大胆に、そしてエロく。明日はそれでよろしく。
A bona fide slut. Oh no.
今以上にですか？それは。これは命令よ。
God.
了解。
You stop smiling at all of this.
あんたの可愛い一面が見られて、私は楽しいわ。で、あんたたちもバックアップしなさいよ。
Are you giving them permission to flirt with him too?
こっちは別にあいつが誰に興奮しようが構わないんだから、とにかく全員でしっかり取り掛かりなさい。
Oh gosh.
了解。
Oh no.
それじゃあ、
What a freaking lucky dude.
私はあいつをひんむいて見てみようっと。ヤシロ、行くわよ。
Peek under his hood. So, is she investigating him for the Unit Zero, maybe? There may be that part of it, too. I don't know. But she's definitely got something going on. Oh, man. She's so evil, but I love it. Yuko Sensei is the best, but she's terrifying. Okay, so... Yeah. Can we all simply agree that we would all love to be in Silvio's place? Granted, I would never want to have gone through what he's gone through, nor would I like being made like a fool of so easily as he is. But man, having all the valkyries just like throwing themselves at you, even if it was just something for a mission, it would be an enjoyable experience.
Hi.
Alright, let's see what's gonna happen today. Oh no, resurrection, he's risen. Aw, Sumi. It's okay. It's okay. Pats on the head. You did just fine. You did your best, and that's what matters. I just realized what the "he is risen" line must mean. Oh no. Buongiorno, Mise.
おはよう、シルビオ。ってどうしたの？具合でも悪いの？
Oh, I'm dandy. No need to worry about me. I'm perfectly fine. In fact, I haven't felt this good in ages.
その割には冴えない顔ね。
I must have fallen asleep at some point. To be honest with you, I only woke up minutes ago.
あら。でも別にいいじゃない。
Wouldn't be so sure. As an undercover agent, this is one lapse I cannot allow myself. It may sound as if I'm trying to justify my actions, but it's possible I've accumulated more fatigue than I thought. And all because of A01's nonsensical behavior and that butthole from the tape. Yesterday sure was mentally exhausting. Amen, brother, amen. Even so, losing to the sleepiness and passing out is a rookie mistake. I can't make any excuses. No, it absolutely is a problem. I let myself be distracted. Now we're behind schedule. I still have no idea what the treasury of knowledge refers to.
そう。それなら朝食をとりながら私の話を聞いてちょうだい。心当たりがあるの。
Breakfast like it's morning. Fetch. You do? Wonderful.
元気を出して。昨晩休んだおかげで 今日から頑張れるんだからよかったじゃない。
When you put it like that, glass half full isn't a bad way to look at things, I guess.
そういうこと。それじゃあ食事に行きましょう。
Let the shenanigans begin. Yeah, it's a records room. There's nothing remarkable about this library. It's as generic as they come. The only thing that stands out is its size. Considering how many people live in Yokohama, it certainly is on the small side.
狭くて驚いたでしょ。
Oh yeah. Not particularly. I mean, I can't deny it's weird, but I'm sure this isn't the only library around here.
そうよ。でもこれでも随分かき集めたんだけど、京都、大阪、福岡、広島、名古屋、そして横浜。
Oh.
帝国もなすすべなくベータに侵略されたからね。
Dang, that's actually... God, that's depressing. Man, you never think about that kind of stuff in worldwide disasters like this, but think about all the knowledge that's been lost because of, like, the beta. I mean, we have electronic databases, which might help a lot of, like, core knowledge and stuff. But what about, like, books and things, like fictions? Like, I doubt those have ever been imaged properly for such records. Man, a beta invasion would be like a super Library of Alexandria disaster for human history. Who knows what kind of stuff might be lost forever because of it. Sorry, I can't help but feel like that's a blow, man.
大切なものも何もかも奪われてしまった。それは本でも何でも同じよ。ここにあるものは帝都以北からかき集めてきたり、基地周辺の瓦礫から発掘したものなの。
Dang. A library doubling as a memorial.
でも正直ここはあまり利用されていないわ。英語の本が少ないから使いようがないのね。
Right, I was like confused for a second, and then I realized, yeah, this is a UN base, like majority English speakers, most likely. And even if they aren't native English speakers, a lot of them also know English, so figures. And adding to the collection is easier said than done. Getting new books here would be prohibitively expensive. After all, cargo space is a premium. Most ships that come to Japan bring supplies that directly contribute to the war effort, and there's only a limited number of ships that can be chartered. To think a base built on top of a hive, using the most advanced technology mankind has to offer, would struggle with something relatively minor like that. Leaving that aside, are you sure the next item is here? A library being the treasure of knowledge does make a lot of sense, but... There she is! Oh, hello. What is she doing?
So?
Maybe she's stretching? Certainly a possibility, though I've never seen stretches like that. I suppose it could also be some sort of dance? Goodness knows what kids are into nowadays. Might even be some kind of religious ritual. No, she's probably trying to get a book from a high shelf. Aw, don't be scared. What are you doing? Not like it matters. Best course of action is to avoid contact with her as much as possible. Sure, I should be safe from her mind reading, but there's still a slight chance she can circumvent my protection somehow. Maybe a temporary retreat is in order?
あれは上の棚の本に手が届かないんじゃないかしら。
How odd. Usually there's a stool or stepladder close by, but I can't see one anywhere around here. Oh well, I know I shouldn't, but... Sorry, Misa. But I'm going to go step away for a second. Please continue the investigation without me.
Eh?
Her smile must be protected. Okay. Oh, her smile. Hey there, do you need any help? At least she's not hiding from me anymore, that's a start. You're trying to get a book, right?
無言の圧力です。
Yeah, but you could be helping with that. I'm sorry?
一番上の段にある赤い背表紙の本が欲しいです。
Ichiban? Ichiban, like the one maybe? I don't know. I know Ichi's usually one, but combined with Ichiban could be book for all I know. Okay, is this it? The story that just won't end. Man, so many memories. Must have read it like 100 times as a kid. Wait, is that an actual book? Hang on a second. The story that just won't end? Come on, phone. Yes, I know. I've been playing Fate Grand Order, and it's like slow because of that. So the story that just won't end. I just coming up with like a children's book, maybe. Oh. No. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah. To think there's such a sweet girl with a guinea pig for ESP research. How different her life could have been if she'd been born to a more normal circumstance. Ah, Altered Fable.
失礼します。
And there she goes. Predictable. Not being able to read my thoughts must make her uncomfortable. Sorry for the wait, Misa. What are you doing?
なんでもないわ。ほら、これを。
What are these papers?
今、カウンターで印刷してもらったリストよ。基地建設以来一度も閲覧されていない本を集めてみようと思っていたんだけど、意外と多いわね。
Gotcha. So the one that slumbers is a forgotten book. Good thinking. Very clever of you, Misa. I'm impressed. We may miss something if we check them one by one, so let's just grab them all for now.
Eh?
Oh, that outfit, man.
次は最上段のあれね。
Come on. Oh, here's the moment. I'll get it.
え？
Uh,
ありがとう。でも自分でできる。
Here it comes. Cliche, right? She's gonna stumble and fall onto him. If she's doing it right, that's what she's probably gonna go for. No way. You won't be able to reach it unless you stretch all the way while standing on your tiptoes. I can handle this easily. Please allow me.
まずいな。台の撤去が裏目に。
Huh? Did you say something?
なんでもないわ。届かないよ。
Wait, who's that? That sounds familiar. Hmm? Oh gosh. Oh. That skirt, man. Oh gosh. Is that Lieutenant Suzumiya?
よいしょ。よいしょ。
How odd. I can clearly feel that something special is about to happen. Is this one of those moments where making the right choice will change your life forever? Oh no. How pitiful she looks, struggling with her hand stretched toward the stand, and her whole body trembles from the exertion.
よいしょ。よいしょ。届かないよ。
Yeah, these headphones. I'm pretty sure this is actually music from Rumbling Hearts. Oh my gosh. She's practically begging for help. What a perfect opportunity to demonstrate value. Lieutenant Suzumiya, is this the book you want?
Eh?
You know what? I think that's actually a better picture. Lieutenant Suzumiya, what does that reaction mean? I'm sorry, did I offend you?
の。
Or did I get the wrong book?
いえ、その。
What's happening? Ah! How weird. She seems incapable of forming a coherent sentence, but I have to admit, I find her momentary stupidity rather arousing. I wonder why. Let's try again. Is this the book you want?
はい、そうです。合ってます。けど、その。
Then here you go.
ごめんなさい。もうダメ。
And she's gone. What was that all about? Maybe she doesn't like me? Deploying Renzo's Amore arts against a woman as pure and innocent as Lieutenant Suzumiya was like bringing nuclear bomb to a knife fight. No wonder I feel like I almost defiled something precious. I do think that she just couldn't follow through is the problem. Misa, I'm back. Sorry for the wait.
いいえ、構わないわ。
Whoa, she's sulking.
あれではさすがにやりすぎだ。
Overkill? Crap, is she implying I shouldn't have helped Lieutenant Suzumiya? I understand where she's coming from, far from her point of view. I just left her high and dry to go hit on Lieutenant Suzumiya. I couldn't help myself, though. She simply looked too pitiful. This poor boy!
だいたいあの程度で恥ずかしがるならやらなければいいのに。
Right. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
え？どうしたの？なぜ謝るの？
Well, what's with that innocent reaction? Is she trying to pretend my lapse never happened, or she's trying to make it sound like it wasn't a big deal? Either way, it's time to put my mastery of the exo-narrative tense on display. Okay, exo-narrative? What is that? Mistakes were made, as all can see, but this is a chance to learn from our actions and change course. You have my word that I will do everything in my power to ensure this never happens again. This should suffice. Hopefully we can both move on now. What? I don't even know what he's talking about now.
よくわからないけど、とにかく話を続けましょう。
Right. I mean, I kind of get what he's going for, but he just...
一度も閲覧されていない本はこれだけあったわ。
He expressed it so poorly. Well, let's have a look. If there's anything strange jumps out to us, I'll take this pile here, you take that one over there.
わかったわ。
I should have planned this out better. I haven't a clue what something strange would look like. And how could I? I have no base of reference to compare against. Searching through book after book of several hundred pages only to find something that seems vaguely off. That's stretching human patience to its limit. Makes you wish for a sweet embrace of death. I need to come up with some method of optimizing the process, or at the very least, taking a break every now and then. I'll definitely miss something if I'm bored to death. Can't his eye do something crazy? Misa, I have a Oh no, hi Hayase. What? Is it no? Oh no! You kidding me?
お疲れ様です。Munakata注意。お手伝いします。
I guessed wrong. Oh gosh!
説明や。チャオ、オルランディ注意。こんなところで会うなんて奇遇ですね。
Oh my gosh. Why is she still wearing that carnival outfit? Is the heat messing with her head? This can't be. The air conditioning should be at least somewhat functional by now. Ciao, Lieutenant Suzumiya. I see you've taken a liking to that daring outfit. She's free to dress however she pleases, but man, she's putting me in a really awkward spot. Guess I'll simply turn a blind eye to her absurdity out of the place clothes at this time. Though now that I think about it, she seems quite vulnerable to Renzo's seduction tactics, and that outfit barely covers anything anyway. It's like she's giving me the green light. Problem is, I don't think Misa would approve. Nope, she's not happy. She's angry already, but I haven't done anything yet.
本でも借りようかなと思ったら、偶然お二人の姿をお見かけしましたので。
They're lucky that he's so stupid. There's no way they'd be able to pull this off like this.
何を調べていらっしゃるんですか？私に手伝えることはないですか？
This is bad. Can't have her getting involved any further. Misa is both my partner and the object of my affection. I can't let her impression of me become any worse. In that case, I would appreciate it if you could run an errand for me. Could you go see the head of security and tell him I'd like to make some changes to my guard duties? Please ask him to set up a meeting to discuss the exact details. Anytime is fine by me. Tell him to pick whatever works best on his end. Yes, even if it's in the middle of the night. I don't mind.
それを私が
Yes.
この格好で
Why would you? No, you should certainly wear something less revealing, like that outfit the others are wearing. I know it's none of my business, but don't you think it's sensible to wear something that barely covers more skin than a swimsuit when you're in air conditioning works just fine? You're likely to catch a cold. Besides, subtlety is at the heart of seduction. Men enjoy the chase, but if you're putting up enough free show from the start, there's nothing left to fight for. Ooh. You're a beautiful woman. There's no need to resort to such desperate tactics. Oh, Thatch Man, please! Spare her! She's already dead! Go change and run your errand. And she's gone. But what did she thank me for? Oh well. I should focus on searching for the second item. From now on, I need to avoid other people as much as I can. I'm glad that's over with. Let's go back to... Oh, hold on. Why are you mad? You say that, but... So she says, but her tone betrays how she feels. I strongly doubt my wish will come true, but please don't let anyone else disturb us. For F's sake! I know, it's like, this is the worst! She's like, not my heartthrob, no! It's driving me nuts! Why do they keep coming one after another? It's impossible to investigate like this. Oh, yeah, it's only natural for me to ask her for help. Of course, I was going through these materials to see if there's anything that could be of use to my assignment. I appreciate your input, Lieutenant. We can't just let Lieutenant Kazuma go away. Any person with 2 brain cells to rub together would start getting suspicious. Officially, I'm Dr. Kyozuki's bodyguard, and Misei's been assigned to guide me. Claiming that I'm going through these materials because of a work-related reason sounds like a bad excuse, but asking her to leave would make us look extremely suspicious. I need to keep up appearances. A real professional would win her over. My cover story is shaky at best, but given enough time, I can figure something out. On the other hand, there's no way to redo the first impression. I can't afford to get on her bad side by shooting her away now. You know, I've had the impression you're a very analytical person since we first met, Lieutenant. That you excel at identifying where we stand and then providing the necessary support to accomplish our goals. You'll be a great help, I'm sure. No choice but to put off the search for the time being. I'll have to play along with my own lie and make sure to gain her trust. Okay, Kazuma. What? How? She's like, no, dang it, I'm doing this! What are they talking about? What a good friend. And she's definitely gonna not, reap her reward later. Okay. What was that all about? Seriously, I'm pretty sure goldfish have better mental capacities than Silvio. Well, I guess we can continue to learn with continue with the investigation now that Lieutenant Kazuma has left. Right. Might have been somewhat dangerous to get rid of Lieutenant Kazuma like that, but Misa must have thought the benefits outweighed the risk. I can trust her judgment. She knows what she's doing. Oh, gosh. Sure, which book are you Oh, no. Oh, no! Which book are you Holy macaroni! He's recording! Sure. Unit 90.
90部隊。ここに奇妙なメモが挟まっていて、暗号めいた印が書き込まれているわ。
What are they trying to get him to do exactly? That's what I don't get. Like, are they waiting for him to pounce? Like, why are they doing this? No way, that's just a coincidence. By the way, I'm not familiar with Unit 90. Could you bring me up to speed?
それを知るには、ここがまだベータに侵攻される前、帝国軍の基地があった時代に遡る必要があるの。
Oh gosh. Oh no!
何かしら。今日もちょっと暑いわね。
Oh my gosh. And it's Why does a man want to climb a mountain? Because it's there! Why does a man aim for the great peaks? To conquer the goddess under the azure sky, sitting on her snow-white throne. Burning passion fills my body, divides me to an untrodden world. Oh! Who's laughing? She's breathtaking.
バルキリーマムよりバルキリーズ。ターゲット捕捉。作戦開始。
Who's laughing?
バルキリーズ全員突撃。了解。正面から殴り込む。茜援護。
So wait, when this last happened in the gym, there was someone laughing there, and they're going for. Are they trying to like? Are there other like psychic agents who are here and they're fishing them out using his absurdity? I don't know what is happening.
バルキリー8了解。風間迂回して接近。退路を塞ぐ。バルキリー7了解。みんな頑張っ。
What's all the fuss about? What are they even doing?
気にしなくていいわ。それよりも話の続きだけど。
Yeah. Dang, which me say it stayed in place, but no, she had to change position all because of the dumb commotion. What a shame. I mean, my personal feelings don't matter, but...
後藤機関って聞いたことあるわよね。
Did she say the Goto Institution?
いい？ 90部隊は後に後藤機関と呼ばれることになるのよ。
Gotcha. That's news to me.
地の宝物庫にて我は眠る。後藤機関にまつわる書籍が知識の宝物庫で誰からも一度も参照されずに眠っていた。
Right. Absolutely not. Even more so if you consider the note with the symbols written on it. I see now. This is an optical encryption.
本当？
This will take a little while to decrypt, but we did it. We hit the jackpot, Mise.
よかった。
Alright, now just in case, we'll return all copies of the Bible, we'll return all copies of the Bible to storage and have Dr. Kiyosaka prohibit anyone from reading them. Wait. Bible? Why?
なぜ？
Allegiances use Bibles to relay encrypted messages to its agents. We figured that out after a wave of terrorist attacks in Europe last year.
なるほど。
Bibles are probably just easy to find. All these coincidences, all these peculiar situations, something really seems amiss. Still, looks like I'm on the right track to the Goto Institution. They keep giving him just the tiny bit of details he needs to keep going. He's a fish on a hook. Okay, let's meet up again. I'll go check up with the doctor and tell her while I'm at it.
わかった。でも、説明の仕方には気をつけて。彼女の直感と洞察力は群を抜いているわよ。
Right. I'll keep that in mind. Well, see you later. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. See, we never see him talking to her. I'm guessing she like knocks him out somehow and is like doing stuff to him. Whew. I knew it. The data I read was an optical code. According to my sensor, there's some kind of blueprint inside. My best guess is it's the laboratory's layout, and from the looks of it, the place is huge. And yet, despite how large it is, there was no hint of it on the map I was given when I arrived. That settles it. This has to be where the Goto Institution is located. In that case, it's reasonable to assume that the first item I got unlocks the entrance. How fitting for a key. Only 2 items left. Might as well get started and listen to the next poem right away. Huh? Don't tell me. Where the heck is the tape? It wasn't under the pillow. Maybe there's a different hiding spot this time? The bedding isn't hiding anything either. I should try searching under the bed as well as under the bat. Crap, there's nothing. Does that mean I haven't gotten any new orders yet? What? It's right there on top of my desk? That moron's gotta be insane! Okay, that was close. I almost said that out loud. Would have been a bad idea. The room's bugged after all. Whatever, let's listen to the darn tape already. Okay. How has he not put 2 and 2 together if the room's bugged that playing a tape is a bad idea? Does he have a headphone in? But it can't be because he says stuff and it responds. So he knows the room is bugged, but he still listens to a tape in the room with... I don't get this, man.
こんにちは。無事に2つ目の鍵を手に入れることができたようだな。シルビオ・オルランディ君。
Why is he whispering? I already took care of the wire tape.
小声であることを不思議に思っているだろうが、これは極秘指令なのだ。声を潜めるのは当然だ。わかるかな、シルビオ・オルランディ君。
I agree. I agree. Oh, come on. Again with the darn predictions? There's no way this is normal. I'm sure there has to be a rational explanation behind this. Maybe the man's well-versed in behavioral psychology to the point where he can predict my reactions and prepare for his responses accordingly. An expert operative he might be, but that doesn't make him any less of a nutcase. Dealing with him makes me feel uneasy, even though he's my ally.
さて、それでは早速次の4行詞を伝えよう。油脂の故障を超え、金属の軍砲の奥、マスラオの登場を大いなる強者が待つ。3つ目の鍵は彼が与えてくれるだろう。
Lubricant flows like wine? That sounds like a terrible place to be. Maybe where oil is? Like, deep inside a steel colossus, I wait for a sign. Rising like a phoenix, leading men appears on stage. Once he fully blooms, I reveal my charade. What could that be? Sounds like it's gonna try and set a big oil tanker on fire. That's not good.
それでは健闘を祈っているよ、シルビオ・オルランディ君。
There's really four verses this time, huh? And why did you stop whispering mid-conversation anyway? Couldn't be bothered to keep up the character? Figured something like that would happen. Whatever. I have more important matters to worry about. For now, I'll continue the investigation. He will climb the mountain!
Great Peak!
Like the little transitions. Oh gosh. What is gonna happen now? Do 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 do.
暑いわね。
Agreed. Sure is. Why does that have to happen? It was a rhetorical question. The answer is obvious. Dr. Kyosuke wanted to see how well I could perform as a bodyguard. That in itself is not the issue. No. Oh no! Mind telling me why Dr. Kyosuke isn't here? And why are you the only one dressed up still? I guess maybe they're not gonna have you run or anything.
日光はお肌の大敵だし、暑いのが嫌だからってことみたい。別室でモニタリングしてるから問題はないでしょ?
Naturally, she doesn't have to do anything like this. Not a care in the world, that woman.
愚痴を言っても始まらない。前向きに考えましょう。
I know. By the way, what's the deal with all those construction materials over there in the corner?
あれはレセプションの屋外会場用に搬入中のトラスです。
Gotcha. There's a reception happening outdoors? Crap. Why haven't I heard of this? For F's sake, it's like she's asking to be sniped.
でもやる気満々だから、覚悟決めといた方がいいわよ。
Right. Fine, I'll come up with a plan immediately after we're done sparring. Sparring's a good opportunity. Oh dear. Honestly, I wish I knew what was going through the head of hers. The plan was to work on the third item, but now I'm forced to prioritize this instead. Can't afford to lose my cool and try and rush through my assignments. That's a surefire method to screw up. I know the investigation has been progressing smoothly so far, but there's no guarantee it'll remain that way.
さーて、それじゃあ次は私の番ね。絶対負けないわよ。
Oh, is that a challenge, Hayase? Typical Lieutenant Hayase. I'm sure she's a competent fighter, but there's absolutely no way I could lose anyone here. Training wasn't this lax in the Grupo de Intervento, or Special Intervention Group, or in the Komushin Special Forces. Drills back then in those days were more brutal. Getting hurt during hand-to-hand combat practice was a given. On the other hand, these guys are simple surface pilots. They only need to know enough to help with indirect thought control. Makes sense they don't go quite so hard. Oh, son, you don't know. I remember when I was a surface pilot and had to face my experienced fighter. Got my butt handed to me. Now it's time to pay it forward.
オルランディ注意。あんたの実力見せてもらいましょうか。
Right.
ちょっとあんた、 何よそのノーリアクション。引きなさいよ。興味持ちなさいよ。注意。遠慮はいらないから思い切りやってくれていいのよ。
Bring her, take her down.
早瀬注意は戦闘に性的快感を覚える一種の変態なの。つまりこれは自慰行為のようなもの。いくらでも任せちょうだい。
Just call her out, huh?
宗方注意。本当のこととはいえ、殿方の前でそのように早瀬注意の性癖をさらけ出すものではありませんよ。
That's so mean.
風間
Just stop. You're making it worse.
そんな、早瀬注意にそんな趣味があるなんて。でも、言われてみれば。
Oh yeah, you really like her.
赤で大丈夫だよ。美月がどんな人でも関係ない。
I don't care.
私たちは親友のままだよ。
I don't care how creepy your fetishes are. We're friends.
はるか
She's like, seriously? With friends like these, who needs enemies?
うっさいわね。とにかく、そういうわけだから勝負しなさい。
Fine with me. Just to make sure I'll limit my cyborg abilities.
あら、別に手加減なんかいらないわよ。私のゼロレンジスナイプをかわせるやつなんてめったにいないんだから。
Oh, you're no scoping now? She's a real MLP. Point blank snipe? She's telling me what her signature move is right before the fight? Amateur? Well, it doesn't necessarily mean you know what that is. Yeah? Yeah? So how's it going? How's it going?
準備 OK?
Alright.
それでは、始め。
Yeah.
一瞬早い。って何？なろ、私のスピードについてこれるとはやってくれるじゃない。さすが肉体派情報部員。
Was she supposed to know that?
でも力と速さだけで勝てると思ったら大間違いよ。
She's closing in fast.
捕まえたわよ。こうなったらこっちのもんよ。日本には重力豪を制すという言葉があるのよ。
Willows are weak, but they bind other wood. Oh, sounds like a cool saying. Judo moves.
でもどちらかといえば美月も豪だよね。
Suzumiya.
うっさいわよ、はるか。そりゃ
ー。Not bad.
早瀬注意、それじゃダメです。私たちの目的は。そういやそうだったわ。
Yeah?
って痛くない？
Are you okay?
抱きかかえて守った？やれやれ、母音で脳殺作戦は失敗か。
Gosh darn it. Man, Operation Bewitching Rack sounds amazing! I'm intrigued. Is seduction a common sparring technique around these parts?
なかなかやるわね。でもね、それくらいで勝ったなんて思わないことよ。寝技で勝負よ。絶対に私に参ったって言わせてやるんだから。
Hard and dirty? Sounds like you've got something other than winning in mind. If you think you can beat me like that, you're... What?
飛びつき腕十字。
Bitch!
さすがは早瀬。やり口が汚い。
Yep.
私に参ったってなんか少し意味が違うような。どう？参った？参ったらとっとと参ったって言っちゃいなさいよ。
Dang it, let my guard down. What was that stuff about using her assets to win? Merely a feint? She has me pinned down. I can't get her off with strength alone. Might even break her fingers. No, don't think that'll earn me any points with the squad, or Misa for that example.
どうなの？そろそろ降参しないと腕が折れちゃうわよ。
What do you want?
参ったって言いなさい。
Oh no.
早瀬注意に参りました。もうダメですって言わないとぽっきり言っちゃうわよ。うわぁ、完全に当初の目的を見失ってる。
Yep. You just dug your own grave. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't mind tapping out, but submitting the way she wants me to would make me look pathetic. Lieutenant Hayase, you want to see my cybrid abilities, don't you? Well, your wish is my command. She's like, wait, what? Oh, fetch!
え、あれ
Hooah!
早瀬注意しっかりしてください
Don't kill her!
あかね美月先輩よかった意識が聞きなさいあかね今のあんたじゃあいつにはかなわない敵を撃つとかそんなこと考えるんじゃないわよがっくり
Gakuri. That's a physical guk.
先輩美月先輩
Oh my gosh.
美月先輩
Oh, there she goes. Goodbye. Oh well.
早瀬を倒したくらいで調子に乗らないことね。
Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
所詮
Uh-oh.
早瀬は
She's the weakest of our Elite Four.
この程度の相手に勝てないなんてバルキリーズの面汚しよ。
Get going. Marivo! We haven't seen you yet.
次は私が相手よ。
Oh dear.
はい目的が違います。
That's just mean now, man.
風間。はい。よかった意識が。聞きなさい。
You're all that's left of the Valkyries.
残ったバルキリーズは。
Why is it so dramatic? No! It's so sad. Oh, actually, that's really sad now I think about it.
いえ、まだ何人もいますけど。風間。最後の生き残りとして。バルキリーズを任せた。はい。がっくり。
Gakuri. It's so funny, but this is actually really sad because isn't she like one of the only ones that is left at the end of it? Everything. Ah, that's depressing.
タイ。タイ。いすみたい。
You fought well, soldier.
タイの敵は私が取ります。柔道での3番勝負お願い。どこまで。もうダメだ。みんな目的を見失ってる。
I accept your challenge. For the time being, I'll restrain my cybrid abilities.
なんなのこのノリ。やー
Aw, she's adorable. Huh?
まあどうしましょう。一本
Wait,
取ってしまいましたわ。
What just happened? Really now?
体術の増えてな風間に倒されるなんて。所詮奴は雑魚というわけですよ。油断？それともサイブリッドの能力を使わないとその程度なの？
Ooh. She won fair and square. I have no excuse. That being said, I don't intend to go down so easily in the next round.
それでは2本目に参りましょうか。
What is happening here?
お手柔らかにお願いしますね。
You bet.
や
He's just letting her win. This is so cute. I love the cheapy play. Now's my chance. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Something feels soft to the touch. It's the classic noise!
もう嫌ですわ。こんな人目のあるところで。
The others are watching. Sorry. She's like, that's mine!
大丈夫ですか、ウルランディ注意。なんて場所。これは大変ですわ。動いてはいけません。体の力を抜いてください。
Did she go for the not fun place? Silvio's mindscape. It's just a pain. It's a laser. Pain is getting better little by little.
これで大丈夫ですわね。
Actually, I don't feel so good, but I'll manage. Maybe. How come Second Lieutenant Kazuma knows what kind of treatment that particular area needs when injured? Thank you, Lieutenant. I really appreciate it. Oh, still not quite sure what happened. Did Second Lieutenant Kazuma's knee hit my foot-long salami? Really? When I landed on top of her?
元気に。
Oh no.
なら、次の相手は私よね。
You're dead, son. You're dead. Lieutenant Munakata?
当然私の相手もしてくれるのよね。
It's about to be a murder. Would love to tell her we could leave this for the time. Right now, I couldn't fight my way out of a wet paper bag. My whole body's numb. I feel like I'm moving in slow motion. There's no chance she's gonna back down. Of course not. Let's go. Can't afford to go out fight. Not to mention, I'm in no condition to block her attacks or go on the offensive.
さあ、かかってこい。
A high stance, that means she's a striker. That sense also makes her susceptible to takedowns. I had to finish this with a single tackle. What was that noise? Let's do this. Ah! Oh crap, this is the worst time to trip. What the heck happened? Seriously? Are you serious? What? I'm dead! What the bitch is happening? I'm sorry, Oh no, that sound. What could I say to save my skin? Right, I need to apologize to tell her I have no ulterior motives. Did he de-pants her? Oh gosh. Wait, no, that would only sound like I'm trying to cover up. I had to be on a spike. Or maybe the situation calls for evasive action. Who's that laughing in the background? I didn't know. I couldn't have ever dreamed of something like this happening. Maybe I should be a good Boy Scout and record it for future No, what am I saying? He is recording it. Ow. What a devastating maneuver. There's nothing I could have done in the face of sheer power like that. I'm surprised. I have a power to surpass even the laser class. It could actually change the course of the whole war. Oh crap. I actually did record it! I have to delete this, at least if the video leaks somehow. That I have a hunch my life will be forfeit. What's that? Pickup truck carrying construction materials? It's full of metal beams. Just how large is Dr. Kozuki's outdoor venue gonna be? Wait, something's not right. Why is it going straight toward me, Misa and... Misa! Oh, fetch. Whoo! Whoo! Just in time. Not bad. That might make up for some things.
大丈夫なのか?
I got this. There's nothing to worry about, or so I'd like to say. I'm using my cyber parts at full capacity. The heart and lungs can't keep up. Losing consciousness. Get away. Save yourself. Run!
そんなことできるわけない。どうして私だけ?
I can't hold this for long. Hurry!
シルビオ!
I can't. Oh, thank goodness. Powered exoskeleton from the base security. Did he save us? Right. Whew, well, that got exciting. Well, he's not dead. I think we're gonna have to end here, though. Well, that took a twist and a twist and a twist and a twist. My gosh. This freaking story, man. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, that was fun. There's not much I could say. That was an adventure. He's so stupid. He's so stupid. It makes for a hilarious story, though. So I'm enjoying every second of this. My gosh, what an amazing... there's just no words. It's just a fantastic. That was beautiful. Well done. Well done. Can't say there's anything I have any problem with in that at all. It was just a blast, every second of it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me on the channel. As always, it's a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much to the patrons who are supporting the channel directly. Again, I got some fun stuff coming up in the patron cast. It's a good thing to jump into if you wanted to see some behind the scenes stuff of just how the channel works. Stuff about my life. You can also ask me questions. I go to trouble to answer every question that's posted if you ever post one. So hopefully, if you ever wanted to know something about me or about how the channel is run, that'd be something I'd love to be able to share with you. But I'm just grateful to be able to share these moments with you and be able to have these great stories to tell. So thank you so much for joining me for the experience. Hopefully you've enjoyed your time with me and that you enjoyed that fiasco, whatever that was. So thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. And until the next video watching me up, see me in next. I'll see you there.